Who that family? Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and who that too.
Post-game report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. What's going on, fam? Much love to the flock in the building. Big ups to you. Coming at you on a fantastic Pelican post-game report as we pulled off the win. We get a little revenge on them stinking Detroit Pistons, smacking them down 128-118 as we build another winning streak heading into the season, man. And listen, good win by the Pelicans. They made it work. First half was a bit chippy. And, of course, in the second half, I like how the Pelicans kind of put the feet on the throat of these Piston people and pushed them up out of here. So in this one, we'll be recapping this one, family, and listening to this one, man. I'm really happy the Pelicans back on the plus side of stuff, family. I mean, for real, actually taking care of business and starting another streak. Hopefully this one will last a lot longer, man, as we push forward. I'm Big Q chiming in on this episode of the Pelican Post-Game Report, and I want to bring in my co-host to the show, DC. What's going on, DC?
Whoa, what's up, Big Q? What's up, family? Happy
Go.
to be here, bro. Things feeling great, man. You see the Pelicans flying, swooping down on their prey, swallowing them up. Huh?
Yeah, good win by the Pelicans, man. They returned the favor as, Detroit surprised the Pelicans, not too long ago, getting a win up there in Detroit. And, of course, we returned the favor against this team, and it just felt good seeing the Pelicans come out and get some revenge on this squad. So before we get into the statistics and the facts and stats, man, we're going to play some Stan Van Gundy in a minute. But, man, overall, I just got to give credit.
Be happy and chipper tonight again.
Right. We're going to play a little Stan Van and see what he got to say. Here we go.
Like one of the best offenses in the NBA. The fact that you guys are here at this point, is it surprising to you in any way? Is it? How do you kind of feel about it just watching it?
It is a little bit surprising to me, but when I look at the way our two best players are playing, that's what's keyed the whole thing. And then the guy who he's gotten credit, but not nearly as much credit as he deserves is Lonzo. He's been outstanding. Since we came, he had that injury, missed some games, was a little limited. We came off that West Coast trip. We've played 16 games now. He's been outstanding, shooting the ball well, making good decisions. His defense has been good. So those three guys have played consistently really, really well. We can count on those three guys on the offensive end of the floor, and then we get contributions from the other guys from time to time. Tonight, Steven was really good offensively. So that's how it's come around. I mean, I'm a little surprised it's come to the level that it has, but it's a good thing.
Does it make you feel like you guys are really close to that you've seen enough good defenses, you've coached enough good defenses to know that it doesn't take a lot more defensively if you guys continue to do what you're doing on offense?
You know what? It's going to take a lot more defensively, Scott. It is. Yeah, like we have flashes, okay? And the last two fourth quarters have been good defensively. And I thought, like I said, for the Celtic game, most of the game we were good defensively. But we don't have enough sense of urgency on a consistent basis yet. We haven't built that habit. I'm not sure we think of ourselves as a defensive team and think that's what we need to do to win. So I think our defensive mentality and execution still has a ways to go. But yes, I see the possibilities that we can be a good team, a very good team, if we will play the defensive end of the floor with a greater sense of urgency.
We're all set. Thank you, Coach.
See ya.
Of course, sorry about that, family. Of course, that was Stan Van Gundy chiming in with his thoughts post game. And as you can hear, Van Gundy also always preaching the principles of defense, and consistent defense. DC, you heard old Stan, the man, Van Gundy. What your thought process on what he was saying for this win?
Well, I mean, I get his sentiments, man. What he's talking about on defense, but man, I don't think it really needed to be said tonight. I know the Pistons did have that first half where he scored 69 points, but they only had like 48, 49 points in the second half. I thought they played decent defense. Obviously, we still got some things we need to work on, but that's Stan's thing, man. He want us to be a defensive team. While this month ain't over yet, with a number one offense in the whole NBA, and
Right.
we keep trying to preach this defensive mentality, which I do believe we need to have, but I don't think we need to be like the number one defensive team. If we can just creep into that top 10, you're talking about something really special. They need to keep working on it, but I like the fact that he gave Lonzo Ball some credit.
Yep.
And he talked about the three guys when they've been playing phenomenal. Everybody knows Brandon Ingram has been playing phenomenal, and Zion, which man, I mean, we try to mention it every time, but you can't say enough about Zion. Like, what he's doing is just historically great. You only could put him in rarefied air with Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal, but Lonzo does a lot of the little things, man. And this offense, to me, has gotten leaps and bounds better the better he's played and the more he's actually been involved, other than just, I guess, shooting. Because when his shooting wasn't going right, he still found ways to impact the game. He's been great defensively. He's starting to get his facilitation game going a little better, getting guys easy shots. I mean, last 3 games or so, he had a 12 assist game. I think that was a couple of games ago. He got 8 tonight. I don't remember what he had last game, but the little guy is doing a lot, man, and he's doing a lot to impact the game in ways other than just stats, and you can see it. When he sits down, you can feel it. Just like when BI sits down, you can feel it, and when Zion sits down, you can feel it.
Yep.
So I thought it was great that Stan mentioned that.
Yeah, a great game, man. Pelicans came to play in this one, and like you said, early on, 69 in the first half, but the Pelicans are right on their back. Even though Detroit put up 69 points, the Pelicans had 64. So it wasn't a great difference. And then, of course, the Pelicans really locked in the second half, in particular the fourth quarter, holding the Pistons to 22 while they put up 32 to ultimately close out the game as well. So very good play by the Pelicans as we get into the team statistics, as we start off with that. And it's just absolutely fantastic. Pelicans shot 55.6% from the field tonight. They did a fantastic job, man. from the field. They played well. The Pistons were 52.8 for 47 of 89, 53%. Pelicans 55.6 from the field. It was really awesome, man, how they were able to make that stuff happen in the second half. But three-point shooting struggled a bit. They were 10 of 23 for 43.5. Pistons were 13 of 37 for 35%. Pistons were 11 of 16 from from the charity stripe, for 69%. Pelicans were 18 of 29 from the charity stripe for 62%. We got to do better at the charity stripe. I keep saying that. Those free throws mean the world, man, especially in close games. And, of course, we look at the rebounding. 45-38 advantage Pelicans. They had 12 offensive rebounds in this one, 31-31 with the assists. Ball was moving around. 10 steals by the Pelicans, double-digit on the steals by the Pels, 8 by the Pistons, 6-6 with the blocks. Turnovers, 13-13, 15 points off of turnovers by Pels. Pistons, 16 off that. 26 fast break points is really huge for the Pelicans. They were able to really get on the break. And, of course, they beat the hell out of the Pistons in the paint, 74-60, right there, outscoring them there. And, of course, the largest lead the Pelicans had, of course, was 13-10 by the Pistons as the Pelicans were able to close in and make it a contest and ultimately take the game away. What team statistic stands out in your mind here, DC?
Oh, it's one number, man, and I mean it's pretty obvious in this game. When you look at 3-point attempts, it's gonna be that 74 points in the paint, man. The Pelicans had it on their mind to dominate down low and to keep attacking them, and they got a lot of easy shots for Zion, man. He looked like he was warming up for the dunk contest. He probably had about 5 or 6 dunks tonight. They were doing an excellent job at penetrating and being very careful and picking their shots, man. They're becoming more judicious on their shots, man. I'm not seeing as many one-on-one shots and the quick jack up shots. They're not doing that as much, man. Those points in the paint really stood out to me. And the other thing that stood out to me as far as the numbers is our free throw percentage, man. That's crazy. It's a weird game from free throw line, man. JJ missed the free throw, and BI missed one. I mean, those guys go games sometimes without missing. And you had Steven Adams couldn't hit either of his. Looked like Bledsoe couldn't hit a goddamn free throw. Who else missed, man? Somebody else, another weird miss. It was kind of weird. 2% ain't gonna get it, bro. But they only shot 68% from the free throw line, so we got a little bit of a break there.
Yep, and you're right. And that's we get the win, but of course, when you start playing tougher teams, man, free throws make the difference. 18 of 29, 62%. For a team that's pushing toward the playoffs, we got to get that percentage up consistently. We have to be able to hit in the, I say 70, north of the 79 percentile range from the charity stripe. They're free after all. They're free. And we have to be able to convert free shots that give us a chance in these tighter games and what could be in the upcoming matchup with the Bucks. Let's go into the individual statistics tonight for the teams. And if you take a look at what the Pelicans were able to do with the Pistons, Zion Williamson was the guy that kind of stood out over everybody. He had 32 big points in this one here. Of course, Brandon Ingram did his thing. 32 for Zion in this one in 31 minutes. That's crazy. 13 of 18 from the field. He was 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. 5 assists and 6 rebounds in the matchup. BI behind him with 27 big game points. He's plus minus. It was plus 14 tonight. 37 minutes. 9 of 18. 3 of 6 from downtown. 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. He finished with 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists for BI. 1 turnover. So that's pretty good by 2 top all-stars right there. And, of course, we had complimentary action. Steven Adams returning more of a healthy capacity. He had 14 points and 15 boards in the matchup, 3 assists and 2 blocks for Steven Adams, plus 10 on his plus minus. And 31 minutes of big action. So Steven Adams came back and gave a solid defensive effort for the Pelicans with some double-double action. And, of course, Lonzo Ball, 35 minutes. He had 12 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. Hit both his free throws. He had 12 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds in the matchup. Eric Bledingsaw, 33 minutes worth of action tonight, 5 of 11. He finished with 11 points, a couple of assists, and 3 steals in the matchup. So with that being said, Bledingsaw had a all right. Then we go to the bench. Top guy off the bench was Josh Hart. 29 minutes of action, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown. He finished with 11 points and a couple of rebounds in the matchup. J.J. Redick, 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. He finished with 7 points, 4 assists, and then 6 points for Willie Hernan-Gomez in 16 minutes. He also threw in 5 rebounds and 3 blocks in the contest. And KLJ, 7 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from downtown. He finished with 5 points in the matchup. And, of course, NAW got garbage time minutes in this one. 6 minutes. He had a three-pointer as well in the matchup. Three points and assists by the Pelicans. 128-18 and get rid of the Pistons and improved to 14-7 on the Pistons side. Their top guy off the bench was Josh Jackson with 25 points in the matchup, 21 from Plumlee, who continues to play well against the Pelicans. He played that way the first time around. And the Pistons just couldn't get it done. They fall to 9-23, and the Pelicans improve 14-17, currently on the 2-game winning streak. They're 9-7 in the Smoothie King Center. DC individual accolades. What you think about the guys from that perspective?
Man, I think our guys played great, man. Our starting lineup, everybody was in double digits. It was very, I guess, characteristic of the game and how it went to see Steven Adams late in that game give Bledsoe that easy layup, and he could have just dunked. He got everybody in the double figures, man. It kind of put the cap on the type of game it was. All our guys were unselfish tonight, man.
Yep.
They all passed the ball. Wasn't a lot of one-on-ones.
31 assists
Zion,
overall.
Yeah, 31 assists. I mean, when we play like this, I don't care who we play tonight. When we play like this, man, we tough to beat. Even with our defensive lapses that we had in the first half. When we play like this offensively, like this is insane, man. I mean, we shot, 55% tonight? You know what I'm saying? You got B.I. shot 50%, Zion shooting 70%, Lonzo shot 50%, Steven Adams shot 90%. You know what I'm saying? The only weak link who kind of had off game and starting lineup was Eric Bledsoe. It wasn't the best game for him, but I still don't think he played bad because he showed a lot of effort and just a lot of hustle. His shot wasn't falling. He had a few mistakes, did some crazy stuff sometimes, but I thought that all in all, he gave excellent effort and he put pressure on them driving. So, I mean, they played great, man. Zion with 32 points, they got 8 games this year with 32 points. That's crazy, man. He's up there with MJ for
Crazy.
a guy this young doing that. MJ, I think, at 54 games, he had 11, I believe, was the stat that they showed. MJ had 11 and Zion got 8. Man, that's crazy, man. The only
Absolutely
guy
insane.
close to being up there, you know what I'm saying? And he's also the only guy in the NBA to have 6 games where he shot 70% or above.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 other people, in the league this year. No, was it? Might have been 6 other people had 2 games, at least 2 games, but he the only one with 6. You know what I'm saying? So, dude's playing phenomenal. I'd like to see a little bit more out of our bench, though. JJ still applying pressure, man. I mean, he's not shooting how we're accustomed to, but he getting some of them when they count, and defenses are still afraid of what he can do. So he only got 7 points. He was 2 for 6, but he kind of played his part. Josh Hart gave you 11, and man, Lonzo and B.I. stole all his rebounds. It's weird to see Josh Hart with only 2 rebounds, man. I had to look at that when you were saying it. I was like, what? He only got 2 rebounds? Like, hold up, man. Maybe he ain't play that long. Did Josh Hart say, nah, he played 29 minutes. Oh, that's crazy. But, NAW got some burn tonight. It's good to see him get out there. He done went 4 or 5 games without playing, but he ain't really give you too much, Still a little antsy. I could tell he kind of wants to do good and winds up taking some shots that maybe he shouldn't. Just because, man, the man don't know when he gonna get back in the game. trying to hope he can get hot and show the coach something so he can stay out there. But all in all, I think we're all right, man. But Willie Herman Gomez, I don't know what he has against 3-point players. This dude had like 3 opportunities to get a 3-point play, and he refused to complete it. But all in all, our bench played okay. They could have played better. Starters played amazing, and they basically got this game for us, man. Zion got it all going when we were kind of, trading buckets with them for the longest after that first quarter where they kind of took that little lead and they hung on to it for a while. We start to make that run in the third and kind of blew them out the water in the fourth. So good stats, man. I can't really complain too much.
Yeah, good stats indeed, man. The Pelicans get a very good win. It's 2 in a row, and of course the tough really test will be tomorrow. They take on the Milwaukee Bucks, man. The Bucks going to be looking for some revenge. They're currently riding a 3-game winning streak. They just took out the Timberwolves the other day, and that's the next.
That ain't saying a lot.
Right, but still in all, they building up. They got a full head of steam moving forward. So, we'll go over we'll transition to the next matchup as the Pelicans now have to leave the comfortable surroundings of the Smoothie King Center and travel on the road to the Bucks. So it's a back-to-back. They had a very good spirited game against Detroit. Now they have to go up to Milwaukee, the Central leading Milwaukee Bucks, currently 19-3, like I said, on a 3-game winning streak. Tomorrow, game on TNT at 8:30 Central Time. Pelicans 14-17, and they did beat the Bucks earlier, 131-126 in the first game. And of course, Giannis is looking for some revenge, and so is Drew Holiday, telling him, "Hey, man, listen, get him for me." And that's like Muhammad Ali telling Mike Tyson to go get Larry Holmes because he couldn't beat him. So I mean, that's what Drew Holiday gonna pretty much be
Drew
doing.
Holiday still with the COVID thing?
He is listed as out, and I don't think he'll be able to play in the matchup. And that's one of the things
That's huge, man.
Yep. So we'll see how that goes. But currently, the Bucks, like I said, they're on a winning streak, and it'll be a big test for the Pelicans to keep that winning streak alive. Pelicans 2-game winning streak, Bucks 3-game winning streak. Hopefully, the Pelicans can pull off a big win and get closer and closer to reaching that 500. Look at the points.
Their confidence is high, man. I think that'd be even bigger boost. And we already beat Milwaukee already before, so I don't think they're scared of them at all. But we ain't beat them in Milwaukee, though. It's going to be a different animal right here.
Yeah, we got to take care of business and be smart with the ball and definitely have to ratchet up our defense. Giannis is the top guy there in scoring. He's also Mr. Everything. He leads the team in scoring with 28.6 per game, 55.7 on the field goal percentage. He is the top rebounder with 12 rebounds per game, and he's the top assist man with 6 assists per game.
Somebody else do something.
That is a MVP of epic proportions on this team. He does it all. And of course, for the Pelicans, Zion, as good as he's playing, is 25.1, shooting just under 62% from the field. Steven Adams averaging just under 9 rebounds per contest. And of course, Lonzo Ball is the top assist man, 5 per game. And he's averaging 31.4 minutes per contest. As you can see, the Pelicans did get Steven Adams back, so no injuries on the Pelicans, which is a tremendous bright side for the team this year, is that we don't have to worry too much about the injuries. And we did lose Steven Adams. He didn't play last game, and he'd be kind of under a minute restriction with him over the last several contests due to the fact that he had the sprain, he had the ankle issue. But Billy Hernan Gomez and Jackson Hayes filled in admirably in his absence. So what they're showing right now is Drew Holiday could be out for this contest. Right now they're showing out. We don't know exactly. We'll know when it gets closer, but I'm thinking he might be out. And of course, Bobby Portis is day-to-day as well. You look at the team statistics, Pelicans in the season right now averaging almost 115 per game and giving up 115.1, 48% from the field, 46.1. That's sub 500 team. That's why you're a sub 500 team. You have to score more than you give up. 48.1.
I see why I stand still talking defense, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. 46.1, because that's what he's looking at. 25 assists per game, 4 blocks per contest, 7.5 on the steals. Pelicans 2-game winning streak, 5-5 the last 10. Bucks averaging almost 120 per contest while stopping you at 112. Almost 49% from the field, 48.5 on the rebounds, 26.3 on the assists, 5 blocks per contest, 8 steals. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They are 5-5 in the last 10 contests as well. As you can see, they took out the Timberwolves, Kings, and OKC, in their recent spill. And of course, you look at the Southwest standing, you'll see your New Orleans Pelicans sitting in 4th place in the Southwest. They're 3.5 games back of the San Antonio Spurs, the only team in the Southwest with a winning record. Everybody else is underneath or at. Dallas is 15-15 on a 2-game winning streak. Memphis is on a 2-game losing streak. New Orleans 14-17 currently on a 2-game winning streak. 3.5 games to reach that, and the Pelicans just have to take it one step at a time. The Rockets are free falling. They're currently on a 9-game losing streak. You go to the Central, the Bucks are on top of that thing. They're the only team with a winning record in the Central as well. At 19-13, the Pacers are 15-15. Chi-Town's 15-16, currently winning 3 in a row. Cleveland is winning 2 in a row. They're 12-21, and of course Detroit, a team we just beat, 9-23 in the effort. So if we look at the depth chart for the team, it's listing Drew Holiday out, as you can see, his destination there. So without him in there, you might see DJ Augustine play, or maybe Brian Forbes. I think it'd probably be Augustine who will command the team. And then, of course, you see Dante DaVincio. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Chris Middleton, Giannis, and then Brook Lopez. And, of course, we don't know about Bobby Portis. He's listed as day-to-day. He might play. We'll see. And, of course, they have some players that you have to watch out for. They're really scrappy guys that come off the bench. Brian Forbes, the former Spur player, helps him off the bench. Pat Connaughton is a little hustle monster. Pat Connaughton is a hustle monster. You got guys like Torrey, Craig, and the rest of them that comes and help. But Drew Holiday is not going to be there. This is going to be a tough one. But they'll just lean on Giannis and Middleton to be able to make some plays to help them in this one. DC, what do the Pelicans need to do to ensure that they get a win against a that's going to be a pissed off Buck team that we play this time around. And they're going to be trying to knock the 3-pointers down. Giannis is going to be moving around, doing what he's trying to do and all this kind of stuff. And then, of course, Chris Middleton, if he's pissed off enough to start hitting shots, it's going to be difficult. What needs to happen for the Pelicans to pull out a win?
Man, we got 2 huge things we got to do, man. First, you got to slow down Giannis at all costs, man. And that kind of ties into the second thing, which is we're gonna have to be locked in on defense, because we can't let these guys get some of these open threes like we gave Pistons tonight. Yep. Milwaukee is a team that when they are shooting well, they're beatable. If you can slow down Giannis a little bit, I mean, you're not gonna stop him. But if you could get Giannis to around that 26 points, maybe have him shooting 50%, a little bit under 50%, because I mean he's a high percentage guy. I mean, he's gonna take a lot of run at the goal and attempts in the paint. But if you can just slow him down a little, and when they kick out, man, you can just not give up open threes. I mean, they're gonna hit some threes. They got a bunch of shooters, but they missing 2 guys in Drew Holiday and Bobby Portis. And to me, this team that they have constructed now, those guys are important. But DaVincio is still pretty good. Forbes, great 3-point shooter, little scrappy guy off the bench. DJ Augustine is also a good player. So they still got some guys that can hurt you, man. Chris Middleton is basically their version of Brandon Ingram. Little guy that kind of do a bunch of stuff. Maybe not as good as Ingram, but you get the point. He's a scorer. So they got to take care of business, man. We're gonna win this game with our defense. We can't trade buckets or try to go back and forth on offense and think we're gonna beat Milwaukee, man. If we don't slow them down, or at least make them work for their shots on with our defense, I don't see any way we can win this game, man. They're gonna be home. This Milwaukee team is on a win streak. Last time we got them, I think they had lost some games, and I don't know if people remember, but after we beat Milwaukee that last time, man, they went and hung, I think, 141 points on somebody here and straight blew the doors off them. they were so pissed off to losing us. So I'm definitely thinking that they remember that last time, and we're gonna go in there. We ain't gonna get that same game where we was able to kind of convincingly beat those guys. This is gonna be a dog fight, and we got to show up, man, with our hard hats and our launch pads for this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They were definitely pissed off after we crowned them on that Friday matchup, and they'll be looking for some revenge on this one against the Pelicans, man. And it's a back-to-back, and right now, currently, Pelicans don't bowl well on the back-to-back, but that he is using his bench. Hernan Gomez is helping out.
Like talking about either.
You're right. So this will be another test to Pelicans, and this is a big one, man. Going on the road against the Bucks in the back-to-back after smoking the Pistons, and at home, and got to travel up there, and it'll test. But if this team has 2 All-Stars and they have playoffs aspirations, good team are able to win back-to-backs. That's what it come down to. You're gonna have to do that. That's a part of it. So with that being said,
Right.
fam, I'd like to thank all you guys for joining us tonight on the Pelican Post-Game Report, a very exciting and winning Pelican Post-Game Report. Pelicans get the win over the Pistons in this one, man, and it was a really good matchup watching it happen, man. I'm really proud of the Pelicans knocking off the Pistons as we move past the Pistons to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Pelicans, man, they're climbing on the right side of things. Again, let's continue to keep the positive mojo going, the positive vibes going. Because, of course, they're feeling good about the All-Star bids and all this kind of stuff, and it's getting exciting. So a little energy picking up there as the Pelicans moving forward. Improved to 14 and 17. I'm loving it, and we're going to keep on crowning and moving on.
Away from
Big win.
500, Big Q.
You're right.
Three away from 500,
You
bro.
just got to keep
I can
doing
see
it.
it, man. It's getting
Right.
close.
We're
Let's
getting
get to
close.
500.
Just get there. We'll get there.
That'd be
Get there.
amazing if we get there before the
All-Star break.
man.
That's what I was saying.
Get
If
to 500.
they riding
Total
high. They vibing right now off of that, really, and that's a big part about it as well. Let's hope we can carry that momentum moving forward, because let me tell you something. Zion, the way he's playing is out of worldly. B.I. feeding off him. Lonzo Ball is adding that third.
I playing out of worldly too, man. We can't forget about him.
Yeah, he gets eclipsed at times by how just
So smooth, bro.
how historic Zion Williamson's production is, and he's being eclipsed a bit. But yeah, he's turning in major performances together. They're a great young all-star duo, and exactly what we envisioned them to be. And Lonzo is developing to that third option for him, as well as he's playing really good next to him. His defense is there. His offense is picked up. His confidence in the three-point shot is there now. The Pelicans have discovered the semblance of a bench to a degree. Now they have Billy Hernan Gomez is playing well to help him. He's giving KLJ minutes more consistent. We need more from him, perhaps a little bit more from NAW. You see Josh Hart has found his role as well. So the Pelicans have a lot to be proud of as they smoked the Pistons 128-18 in this one, man. I'm just happy for them.
We on some people neck too, man. I mean, we not that far behind Memphis, not that far behind Dallas, even though they had 500. You know what I'm saying? You're 4 games back of the Warriors, 3 games back of Denver. You know what I'm saying? 2 games behind San Antonio. It's not, it's not as bleak as it was starting to look at points for us, if we can figure out a way to go on a run at some point, man. We can't just keep getting like we had a 4-game win streak and then we turned around and lost 3 games in a row. We can't do that. I mean, you can't win every game every night, obviously. Gonna lose some. But we need to start chipping away, man. 5-6 game run, win streak, 3-game win streak, 1 loss, another 3-game win streak, stuff like that. And if this team continues to play the way they're playing, man, and they're constantly improving, bro. Lonzo Ball's improvement has just been amazing to me. Sometimes I just wish he could do more, but then I sit back and think, like, dang, look what the guy's doing, man. I mean, he's shooting 50% from 3-point line, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This whole month, the guy shot 50% from 3-point line. And along with him, you see Zion right in lockstep, and he just keeps adding to his game, and he's improving. Like, he's already insanely efficient, and he's improving. There's defensive improvements he's making. There's still a lot to his post game that he can add to. They're starting to put like 3 guys around him, man, and he makes all these circus finishes contorting his body, doing reverse layups, and it's crazy, man. It's almost like there'll never be a game where this guy doesn't get at least two 3-point plays, And Bi, man, he's figuring it out. He's kind of picking his spots, and he's seeing when he should take over, when he should try to get a ball to his teammates, man. He's getting people involved. You see him, what Zion said about him tonight, encouraging everybody when they mess up, letting them know to keep their head in the game, and how much Bi has helped him. Man, it's a lot of good things going on right now for the Pelicans, and they got a lot of momentum. It's like they're starting to gel, and they're kind of believing in themselves at the right time, and also executing and having a lot of chemistry on the court. As a team, Van Gundy's getting better with his rotations, and getting guys playing time, not being afraid to play a guy like Nicolo Melli if he think that's what the situation calls for. Unlike earlier, where people had to get injured to probably play. It's looking like that might not be the case. Like, he's starting to trust guys more and make more adjustments. I think he always made adjustments, but sometimes I thought they were a little too late. But he looks like he's getting on top of it too, man. So our whole team as a unit, we're watching the improvements and just them get better game by game, man. And it's good to watch, bro. I mean, got a young team, so we kind of knew this was going to happen, but it's good to finally start seeing the positives instead of making excuses for their mistakes and not having a training camp, and they just getting together and they young and all this, and all that's going out the window, man. So it's a great time to be a Pelicans fan right now, and hopefully we see something special, man, and this team start to really put together a nice little run or string together some wins and capitalize off these 9 televised games we got on the back half of the season. The schedule came out, so we're going to have to talk about that or do a show on that in the future.
Yep, that'll be coming up soon as well. The second half of the schedule, we'll go over it. It'll probably take some breaking down there, about maybe a 30 or 40-minute show. We'll get into it as well. But I'd like to thank all the family members for joining us for this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. We take care of business against the Pistons. Nice win by the Pelicans, 128-118, smoking the Pistons, getting some revenge as they climb, to 14-17 as we take the road for a 8:30 game tomorrow against the Milwaukee Bucks. So we'll be back Thursday with another Pelican Post Game Report. So I'd like to thank all the flock for joining. Please feel free to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. I'd like to thank Sauce Guard 2525. Let's see, Verlantro Andres Perez. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Ricky May, T Sam I Am, and King Solomon, man. Appreciate all of you guys. That's some of our latest members of the flock. Joining the Bird Gang, joining the flock. So I'd like to thank all you guys chiming in on the show tonight, and we'll be back Thursday night tomorrow for the second of the back-to-back as the Pelicans look for a win in Milwaukee against Giannis. Drew Holiday might not be there, so we'll see how that shakes. So I'd like to thank y'all for joining, and I'll peace and see y'all later. DC, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow as well, my friend, and we'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
Thank y'all. Peace.
The Pelicans post-game report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Who that family? Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and who that too.